Over 90% of engine misfires I've seen in the shop come down to one thing: dirty fuel injectors. Most drivers don't realize that clogged injectors can waste up to 30% more fuel and rob your engine of performance long before you hit 50,000 miles. Today, I'm going to walk you through 9 proven methods to clean your injectors without removing them. All safe, affordable, and mechanic approved. Stick with me until the end because I'll reveal a bonus tip that even most techs don't talk about. A trick that can extend injector life by more than 100,000 miles. Whether you drive a modern turbo, a daily commuter, or an old pickup, this guide will help you keep your engine running smoother, stronger, and cleaner. Let's jump right in, starting with the simplest method most people use but almost everyone gets wrong. Method 9. Add fuel system cleaner to the tank. Let's start with the easiest and most common method, adding a fuel system cleaner directly into your gas tank. Sounds foolproof, right? But here's the problem. Most people do it wrong. They grab the cheapest bottle from the gas station, dump it into a full tank, and expect magic to happen. It doesn't work like that. Not all cleaners are made equal. You need one that contains polyethyramine, or PEA for short. That's the chemical that actually dissolves carbon and varnish inside your injectors. Products like Chevron Techron, Red Line SI1, or Gum Out Regain are reliable and proven. Here's the key trick: check your fuel level. If the bottle says treats up to 12 gallons, don't pour it into a full 18-gallon tank. You'll dilute it, and it won't clean a thing. The smart move: let your fuel drop to about a quarter tank, add the cleaner, and then fill up with fresh gas. That gives the formula the best contact time inside your injectors. And remember, this isn't a miracle cure. It's maintenance. One bottle won't erase years of buildup. Use it every 3,000 to 5,000 miles, roughly when you change your oil. That's how you keep injectors clean over time instead of fighting problems later. Method 8. Use detergent-based fuel additives. Your injectors don't just clog with carbon, they also get coated with sticky varnish that acts like glue. This happens when fuel sits too long in the lines and starts breaking down. Regular cleaners can't always handle that kind of gunk. That's when detergent-based additives step in. Think of them as dish soap for your fuel system. They dissolve gum, varnish, and oily residue that cling to injector tips. I've seen these work wonders on cars that sit for months, old trucks, weekend classics, or that one sedan grandma only drives to church. In those cases, injectors aren't burned with carbon. They're coated in sticky sludge. Running a detergent additive through a couple of tanks usually clears them right up. Here's the deal. You need to run it for more than one tank. These products clean gradually, not instantly. 2 or 3 consecutive tanks usually do the job. And when I've got a really stubborn case, I'll even mix a detergent additive with a PEA-based cleaner for double the cleaning power. The PEA breaks carbon, the detergent washes the varnish away. But don't go overboard. Dumping random additives into every tank can damage seals and sensors. Stick to trusted brands, follow the directions, and give the chemistry time to do its job. Method 7. Try ethanol treatment additives. Ethanol can be both a friend and a foe to your fuel injectors. Most gas in the US today contains about 10% ethanol, which actually helps a little. It's a mild solvent that can prevent carbon buildup. But here's the flip side. Ethanol attracts moisture from the air. Over time, that water can separate from the fuel, settle in your tank, and cause corrosion or rough starts. That's where ethanol treatment additives come into play. These products stabilize your fuel, fight off water buildup, and stop injectors from gumming up. I've used them on everything from lawn mowers and motorcycles to boats and weekend cars that sit for months. Without treatment, injectors in those engines often clog solid over winter. With it, they fire up smooth in spring. No hesitation, no stalling. But don't just pour this stuff once a year and forget about it. If you drive regularly, use it every few tanks, especially when filling up at off-brand stations. And if you're parking a vehicle for storage, add the treatment before you shut it down. Then run the engine for a few minutes to get the treated fuel into the lines. A good ethanol additive does more than protect injectors. It also prevents hard starts, poor idling, and early fuel pump wear. But when chemicals reach their limit, sometimes your engine just needs a good old-fashioned workout. Method 6. Regular highway driving, the Italian tune-up. Sometimes the best injector cleaner isn't in a bottle. It's your right foot. Modern engines spend most of their lives in stop-and-go traffic, short grocery runs, or long idles in the driveway. The result? The engine never gets hot enough to burn off carbon, and that buildup slowly chokes your injectors, valves, and even the catalytic converter. Enter the classic Italian tune-up, a trick that's been around since the carburetor days. Take your car on a good 20 to 30-minute highway drive, drop it into a lower gear, and let the RPMs climb higher than usual. That extra heat in the combustion chamber literally burns away carbon deposits and helps restore engine performance. I've seen rough-running engines smooth out completely after just one solid highway session. Now let's be clear, this isn't an excuse to redline your engine or drive like you're in a race. The key is controlled high RPMs, steady throttle, and a healthy engine. Don't try this if your oil is old or your cooling system's weak. Get the basics right first. It's free, simple, and surprisingly effective. But if you want to combine that natural heat cleaning with a bit of chemical help, the next method takes things one step further. Method number 5. Throttle body and air intake cleaner spray. Now we're getting our hands a little dirty. Instead of pouring anything into the tank, we're going straight to the source, the throttle body. Over time, carbon and oily residue build up on the throttle plate, intake valves, and even the inside of the manifold. That gunk restricts airflow, causes rough idle, and steals horsepower. Here's how to clean it safely. Follow the air hose from your filter box to where it meets the engine. That's your throttle body. Loosen the clamp, pull the hose back, and start the engine. Have a helper keep the RPMs around 1,500 to 2,000 so it doesn't stall. Then spray short bursts of throttle body or air intake cleaner directly into the opening. Don't flood it, just light sprays so the engine can pull it in evenly. Work in intervals until you've used about half a can. Once done, reattach the hose and tighten the clamp. You'll instantly notice smoother idle and snappier throttle response. A little of that cleaner even makes its way into the injectors, helping there too. One warning, this stuff is highly flammable, so keep it away from cigarettes, sparks, or hot exhausts. Always work in a well-ventilated area. It's a simple, low-cost method that delivers real results. But if you want a deeper clean without removing parts, the next method takes things to a professional level. Method 4. Fuel System Cleaner Kit. Now we're stepping into more advanced territory, using a pressurized fuel system cleaning kit. This setup sends a strong cleaning solution directly through the fuel rail, bypassing the gas tank completely. It's one of the most effective ways to clean injectors without removing them, but it's not for beginners. Here's the process. First, relieve the fuel pressure by pulling the fuel pump fuse or relay, then crank the engine until it stalls. That step is critical for safety. Next, attach the kit's hose to the fuel rail service port. Make sure it's tight and leak-free. Fill the canister with the supplied cleaning fluid, then use compressed air to pressurize it to around 40 to 60 psi, matching your vehicle's fuel pressure. Start the engine. It'll now run entirely on that cleaning mixture instead of gasoline. Let it idle until the canister runs empty. This forces the cleaner through every injector, scrubbing them inside and out. When finished, remove the kit, reinstall the fuse, and start the car with regular fuel. The results are impressive: smoother idle, better throttle response, and stronger acceleration. But remember, this method deals with pressurized fuel, so safety is everything. If you're unsure or nervous, the next option lets the pros handle it safely. Method 3. Professional on-car cleaning service. Sometimes the smartest move is to let the professionals take over. a professional on-car injector cleaning service uses industrial-grade machines and concentrated chemicals that you simply can't buy at your local auto parts store. I've performed hundreds of these treatments in the shop, and the difference is night and day, especially when injectors are dirty but not completely dead. Here's what happens. The technician connects your car to a specialized cleaning machine that bypasses the gas tank, feeding a powerful detergent directly through the fuel rail. The engine runs entirely on this solution for about 20 to 30 minutes, flushing out carbon, varnish, and debris. The result? A smoother, idle, quicker throttle response and often better fuel economy. Most customers notice the change right away. The car feels like it just rolled out of the factory. The downside? It isn't cheap. Depending on your shop, it can cost anywhere from $100 to $200. But when you consider that replacing injectors can easily hit $600 to $1,000, this service is money well spent. Just remember, if an injector is electrically faulty or completely blocked, no cleaner will bring it back. In that case, replacement is your only fix. But for mild to moderate clogging, this professional cleaning can save you hundreds and keep your injectors performing like new. Method 2. Use top-tier gas with built-in detergents. Here's one of the easiest ways to keep injectors clean without lifting a finger. Simply use top-tier gas. Many drivers try to save a few bucks by filling up at the cheapest stations, but that low-cost fuel barely meets minimum standards. It has fewer detergents, which means more buildup and dirty injectors over time. Top-tier brands like Chevron, Shell, Mobil, and Costco use a certified detergent blend that exceeds federal requirements. These additives clean injectors, valves, and combustion chambers continuously as you drive. According to the IOEA testing, engines running on top-tier gas stayed up to 19 times cleaner than those using discount fuel. That's not a marketing claim, it's chemistry in action. And here's something most people don't know. You don't have to buy premium to get the benefit. Even regular grade fuel from a top-tier station includes the same detergent package, so unless your car specifically requires premium, stick with regular top-tier gas and save money while keeping injectors spotless. If you ever have to use off-brand fuel on a trip, follow up your next fill-up with a PEA-based injector cleaner to balance out the difference. It's a simple habit that protects your injectors for the long haul, and your wallet too. Method 1. Carbon Clearing Machine Service. If you want the deepest clean possible without removing injectors, this is the gold standard. A carbon clearing machine service. Dealerships and high-end shops use this method to restore engines to near-factory condition. The machine connects directly to your fuel rail, replacing gasoline with a powerful cleaning solution that runs through the entire system while the engine idles. This process doesn't just clean the injectors. It also dissolves carbon on intake valves, combustion chambers, and fuel lines, leaving everything spotless. The results are instant: sharper throttle response, smoother idle, improved fuel economy, and overall stronger performance. In many cases, it feels like your engine just had a mini rebuild without ever being opened. Most shops recommend doing this every 30,000 to 50,000 miles, depending on how and where you drive. It usually costs between $100 and $200, but the payoff is huge, especially if you've started noticing rough, idle, poor acceleration, or hard starts. This is the closest you'll get to brand new injectors without replacing them entirely. And once you've done it, keeping your system clean is as simple as using top-tier fuel and adding a quality cleaner every few thousand miles. Now you know 9 proven ways to clean your fuel injectors without removing them, from simple tank additives to professional-grade services that restore performance like new. Remember, the key is consistency. Small habits like using top-tier gas, running an additive every few thousand miles, and giving your engine a proper workout go a long way in keeping those injectors healthy. If your car's been running rough, idling unevenly, or losing power, it might already be showing signs of a clogged injector. Don't wait until it gets worse, catch it early. I've made a full breakdown on how to recognize the symptoms of a failing injector and what to do before it turns into an expensive repair. You can find that video right here on the channel. And hey, if you found this guide helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Car Vitalize, and turn on the bell so you don't miss any of our future car care tips. Thanks for watching, and keep your ride running smooth.